It's recording. Okay, so welcome to our second team call, and that's really exciting for me. I was going to make a slideshow, a PowerPoint, not a slideshow, and I kind of decided that I just wanted to talk about everything because I don't know, and I didn't make time. I shouldn't say I didn't have time. I didn't make time to do it, and that's not an excuse. But I need to plan out my weeks better because I need to have our team call stuff done on Tuesdays. Because if it's not done by Tuesday, Wednesdays I'm swamped with the sweat your heart out stuff. Thursdays I have a mastermind call at 5 as soon as I get home. Then I work out, then I eat dinner, and then it's this. So if I don't have it done by Tuesdays, it's just going to be a call where I'm talking, which is fine, but I don't have one for today. But I wanted to talk about challenge groups and how to run them and how to use the app and why they're important. So I truly base my success on the fact that I've ran a challenge group from the very beginning. Every single month since I've started, I've had one. And it didn't matter if I had 5 new people every month or if I had 1 new person and the rest of my group were all like veterans in my challenge groups. Because I have people that are in it right now that have done my last 6 groups. And that's okay because that's what it's for, is to just show people that there's support, that they're not alone. And a lot of the people in my challenge group right now are actually coaches on our team, but they're discount coaches. So they don't work the business, but they love the shakes. So they sign up for the discount. And then I still let them in my groups because I'm not going to just be like, okay, you're a coach now, bye. That's not how it works. And if they don't want to work the business, I'm not just going to cut them off. So they're always welcome in my challenge groups. And when I first started, I actually pretty much let anyone in my groups. And I kind of want to start, not anyone, but lately I've been requiring just shake, especially for the health bet, because you have to have Shakeco and you have to have a program because you have to log everything to win the money. But lately I've been requiring a challenge pack for A, Success Club points, and B, for them to fully experience the challenge group, they need to have those products. However, when I first started, I didn't require it. I pretty much let anybody in it that wanted to be in it. And I would say out of those people, half of them ended up buying something because they saw what everyone else was doing. And then half of them didn't. And that's okay. I actually had a girl in my challenge group who she did, I think, 4 groups with me and never purchased one thing off of me. But her sister, who I don't know if she was a coach or I think it was her cousin. I don't know if she was a coach or whatnot, but she just kept gifting her with Shakeco. So she had it and I couldn't tell her no. And so she had the shakes. She was drinking them. She just never physically bought something off of me. And I couldn't tell her no for that. And she wasn't buying something off of someone else either. So I just let her in. I was always there to support her. I still follow up with her. Because it's important to let people know that you're there no matter what. You're there if they're going to buy something from you. They might buy something from you in a year. And if that's the case, that's fine because you still showed up. And I always tell my brand spanking new coaches that if you truly care about helping people, success and the income and all the fancy shiny things will come naturally. But the way that I run my challenge groups changes literally every single month. And the first one I ever ran, I think there were 4 people in it. I'm pretty sure, Shannon, you were in it. I think I was doing 22-minute hardcore. Brandon was in it with me. One of the 4 people was my husband. And if you go into the Google Drive that Carolyn has, there's a challenge group folder. And within that folder, there's a ton of folders that one's labeled 21-day fix challenge group. There's a 22-minute hardcore challenge group. There's just a basic challenge group template, but there's templates for not every single program that we have, but a lot of them. And then if you open those folders, Carolyn literally shares everything that she does with all of us. So when I ran my first group, I went into one of her folders and I opened up, I think it was just the basic one. And she has a Word document in each one that has scripts for the entire challenge group. So I don't make the stuff up that you guys see on a daily basis. Like, that's not something that I just come up with on the top of my head. There are things that have been designed. And even Beachbody, if you go into their back office and you go into like resources or trainings, they have a challenge group template for every single program that they have. But they're very, I don't want to say cold, but they're not personal. They're not fun. They're just there. And there's like videos for the challenge, for the videos for the program. So if you do a specific, like, I think when we did the specific country heat challenge group, there's like week 1 video from Autumn, week 2 video from Autumn, specifically talking about that program. So if you go in your back office, you can look up programs and their challenge group templates. I don't like them just because I like to make them more personal. And we usually add some kind of twist to it. So the thing that Carolyn and I did for pretty much the second half of the year last year were these photo a day challenge groups, where I think all of you were in one, where, you know, you post something and it's like a post your favorite drink or post your favorite outfit or post your favorite blah, blah, blah. And you would share it in the group, share it on Facebook. If you logged your shake, logged your workout, if you logged your food log, like there were all these things that you did on a daily basis that you could earn points for. And then me as the coach had an Excel spreadsheet that kept track of all those points. And the Excel spreadsheet makes it a hell of a lot easier, but it's still a lot of work for the coach, because for me, since I have a full-time job, I had to get up every morning and add up everyone's posts, everyone's totals, update my leaderboard like image, and then load it into the group before I left for work, which is why half the time I didn't end up doing it in the morning, because it's like, it's the morning. And then when you do it in the afternoon, like that day's stuff's already done. Most people log their shakes before you get to it. And then like the numbers are off, and it's just, it became a lot of work, and it became stressful for me. And stressful for Carolyn, because we talked about how we would do things differently. So this group I'm doing different right now. But the only thing that I liked about it is that it created a very competitive atmosphere, and it kind of like my challengers pushed each other, because like they saw this person had this many points this day, so they wanted to get up to that. And I did weekly drawing. Chelsea was very competitive. I think she has earned like every type of prize I have in my office.
I love my prizes.
But I mean, that's the thing, like people love free stuff. So even in the group that I'm doing now, even though I'm not having like I'm doing the weekly leaderboard as far as shakes and workouts go, but I'm not doing the competitive day by day leaderboards, because it's a lot of work for you as the coach. And if you want to try that out, by all means go for it, because it was easy when I only had, 5 to 10 people in the group. But now that I've had so many people roll over into group, I have 20 people in our group right now. So when there's 20 people, that's a lot of work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So right now we have been just posting these questions every morning just to generate people talking to each other, but they're not associated with a point value. So we also say, don't forget to log your shake, don't forget to log your workout. I'm not doing food logs this time because I wanted to see how it went without it, because that was another thing that we just added to our plate. And I'm really trying to simplify the way that I'm running my business this year, because I wasn't even a coach the entire time last year, and not even like a very successful coach last year. And there were a lot of times where it was stressful because there was just a lot to do. What are you doing? What kind of marker? I don't have markers. Those are highlighters. Those are chalk markers, not markers, pens. And those are dry erase ones. I don't have markers. For what? A highlighter? Okay. So one of the things that I really love doing in the groups, and Brandon, not that he hates me for it, but when I'm out and I see stuff that I know would be really cute to like give out as a gift, as a prize, I usually buy it, because it doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It can be like a $1 headband or a bottle of nail polish. Yeah.
Five
Or
and below, baby. 5 and below.
like, do you want to see my headbands? Let me see if I can unblock it. I have these arrows that hold them on my windows and on my windowsill. Those are all headbands that I have just waiting to go to somebody's home. And they were on, I think, like hippierunner.com. I bought the elastic ones. There's some lace ones that I found at Walmart. It was like a 3-pack for $5. I don't know. When I find like cute, cheap stuff, I just pick it up. And he's like, you have so much in your office already. I'm like, yeah, but I can have this too. And it gives me more options.
I got a band thing for my challengers from 5 and below. They're having a huge sale. So like I got this big workout band.
Nice.
$5. And I bought that. And then you get these, like I bought this shirt. 5
Yeah.
and below. And I sent that out to one of my girls too. So you can make it super cheap.
Definitely. I mean, definitely. I found these bracelets. I think I bought 6 of them because they were $1 and they were at Michael's, and it says dream big in like the really old school block letters that you used to make bracelets when you were like 5. I wear one of these every day, and I have like 3 more to give away because I usually give them. I think I gave one to Carolyn when we mailed her all of her elite presents, and I wear one myself. So these are things that I want to kind of give out to you guys, not necessarily my challengers, but like when I mail you guys stuff, I have this. And I also have on stock, which I haven't given them away yet, I have a performance sampler, which is kind of like a big prize because it's not a big deal, but I have one of those. I have a 7-day sampler pack of Shaco. I have. Are you coming home? Yeah. Okay. And then I have coach prizes, not coach prizes, but I have presents for coaches too. So when I have somebody who hits Emerald, like your necklaces that you guys got, I have 1 or 2 of certain styles of necklaces here. So I don't have to order something, wait for a week for it to come in, and then get to send it to you. Like I don't like waiting for those types of things. So I usually buy 1 or 2 little stuff. But back to challenge groups. So I think that it'd be really important for you guys to, and I know Chelsea, you're running your own, which is great. And I know you and Kelly and Shannon both said that you guys wanted to run one next month. But we can talk, I guess we can talk about this. I don't know how, I wish there was like a timer on here that told me how long I've been talking for. Because we're only missing Danielle, because we can talk about the challenge group for the Team Cup in February.
Well, it's only 8:04. You sent me the drive, and that's when it just started. And it's 8:20, so we got time.
Okay. Being that Kelly and Shannon have never run a group before, and we have Team Cup next month, we were thinking about, Morgan's car does not sound good. We were thinking about having a challenge group starting up on February 20th. So it would be that Monday. So that would give us a solid 2 weeks to reach out to new people, to get people in with challenge packs, whether it's the all access pack, it's a tongue twister, or just the run of the regular basic challenge packs. Because for Team Cup, for the points to count for the team, it has to happen in February. So we could have a challenge group at the very first week of February just for Team Cup, but you would have to sell those challenge packs at the end of January for their stuff to come in on time. So if we have it at the end of February, well, the second to last week of February, all 5 of us, Danielle included because she's not on here, can we can be coaches on the app, because I think you can assign different coaches to do, or you can put multiple coaches to run the group. So we would all be bringing in people, and then we would all be putting these new people in, and maybe like one person can do food logs and schedule out all the posts, and then one person can schedule out all the morning stuff. I don't know. We can talk about that at a later time. But as far as the app goes, Chelsea, do you schedule out your stuff? You do. So in the app, and it's really awesome if you've never gone on like the coach office side of it, if you sign in, you can do it on your phone or your computer. It's easier to do it on a computer. You can manage your groups. And like that's where you start new groups. That's where you can go in and check like the stats for the challengers that are in your team, in the challenge group. You can check, like if you click on, I can show you actually. Let me share my screen. Hold on. Let me. I always forget that I can share my screen. That's weird to me. Okay, can you see that? Yes. Okay, so this is what the back office looks like for the coach. This is my group that I have running right now. It's my health vet group. And so if you go into it, you have this whole back office to be able to see what the heck's going on in your group. So you can look at the group feed. Carl's getting a beard. And this is, usually in the mornings I'll go through and I'll like everyone's posts. But as far as like being the coach, you can go into participants, and this is where it lists every single person that's in your group.
Oh, do me.
It shows you how many times they've logged their shakes, how many times they've logged their workouts. You can sort it by any of these columns. So if you wanted to do like highest number of shakes, so that's all of those ones. If you want to go by name or whatever. So if we open Chelsea's page,
right on top.
then I can see what workout program she's doing, what flavor of Shaco she's doing, her starting weight, her measurements, her before and after photo, and then there's this calendar that shows you their whole month. And you can see every day that they've done anything, or if they've missed anything, which she never does. But it just gives you, and then you can click on activity feed, and it'll only show her posts. So you can go through her whole, oh, I didn't see that picture of you and Ryan.
I wore the same clothes yesterday, don't think.
Oh, that's such a good picture. Your hair's so long. Anyway, so you can go through every single participant and go through their page and go through their profile to see what they're doing. But my favorite part, because when I first started out as a coach, you could only run groups on Facebook. And Facebook was nice, but it wasn't as easy to organize. And it wasn't as easy to keep track of things. Like in the app, how my post for the day stays on like the pinned post when you log in. On Facebook, the coach's post would, disappear and get flooded with everyone else's stuff that they're logging. In this group, it stays on their homepage. And then as the coach, let me minimize this so you can see what I'm doing if it does that. So can you see this schedule draft posts? If you click on this, you can add a post, add an image or a video. If I put an image, let's say this sparkle dude, you can put in whatever the text is. And then if you scroll down, you can pick when you want it to post. And then you can pick what time you want it to post. And if you hit schedule, which I'm not going to because I don't want this thing on here, but if you hit schedule, it'll save it for that date. So if I scroll down, you can see that I have the rest of I sit down one day before my group starts and I plan out the entire group. So I don't have to worry about it every morning. And it's not something that I have to think about. But my whole group's scheduled out. And if I wake up late and I got to hurry up and run off to work, like I don't have to worry about this. I know it's done. And this app makes it so much easier for the coach to be able to do things. So like it's a big deal to me because I've ran them through Facebook groups before and they're awful.
That also got my girl to do it too because she's like, I don't have Facebook.
Yeah.
To do this. So having it as another app, that's how I got my 3 points today.
Yeah.
I don't have Facebook.
There's a lot of people that don't have social media and, usually that's where we find everybody, but there are people that you talk to in real life that are real people too that don't have social media. And I think there were 2 people when I first started that they were in my groups, but I knew them in person and I talked to them about it in person and they didn't have social media. I was like, well, guess what? There's this app and you don't need it. But what they just added, I think it was a month or 2 ago, is this post library option. So if you click on it, it's amazing. You can pick any group that you've ever run and copy the posts from that previous group into that group. So say my Oh, this is Chelsea's post, the holiday, or Chelsea's group that she had me in with her, the holiday hustle. I could go through, copy and schedule this, and I wouldn't have to do anything. It would just copy it and schedule it for one day before the start date. And they just added this. It's super awesome. I can pick any of my groups that I've ever run. My 22 Minutes Say What was the first group I ever ran, and it's in here. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yep, every month. And group feed. That's basically the back office of the coach. This is the coach portal part of it. But the most important thing, I'm going to stop this. The most important thing about running a group, and the only way to run a successful group, is for you to be your best challenger. So it's you showing up every day and you logging your stuff, which reminded me that I haven't yet. I have pictures of it, but I haven't logged it yet. But you logging your shake and you logging your workout and you commenting on the daily posts saying, you know, what's today's? I don't even look at it yet. Comment below. Go away. Comment below with the most important thing on your 2017 vision board and goal list. You would comment on that too, and you make sure you share your workout, and you make sure you share your shakes, and you be your best challenger, because if they see you showing up, they're going to do it too. But if you fall off the face of the earth, which I have done in a couple of my groups, because shit happens, but it trickles down and they'll stop showing up and they stop doing the work, because if you don't care, they're not going to care. They came to you for help, and if you are struggling, they're going to see that and they're going to feed off your energy. So if you're excited and you're sharing your stuff and you're commenting on everyone's post is a hell of a lot of work. I try, but I definitely go through and I try to like everyone's stuff. They know that I'm there. But just being your best challenger is the best way to run a challenge group, because the experience is what people come there for. And that's when I talk to people. It's kind of how I pitch it. Like, I didn't have this community before, and it's what clicked for me, and it's what helped me stay on track, because I had to log my stuff every day. And if I didn't, I had to tell these people that, hey, I didn't work out today. And sometimes that makes me feel like crap. Life happens, but at the same time, like, that's what people come to you for. And if they want help, they don't want to come to you and then in week 2, totally guilty, you're MIA. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but it happens. And if it happens to you, that's okay too, but don't let it ruin what you've been working on this whole time. I don't think I have anything else, because I'm just kind of rambling now. I love challenge groups. I'm actually doing the mastermind call. It's next week it's the Northeast regional. We have a call every Thursday at 5:00. It's like a push to 1-star group that I was invited to be in. They didn't have a speaker for next week, so I'm talking about challenge groups. I'm like, okay, I just can't ramble like this.
Write everything down in bullet points.
Yeah, I'm going to work on it this weekend, because I don't know any of these people. And if I fumble in front of you guys, not that I don't care, but like, I don't feel like a complete idiot, but I don't know any of these people, and they're all around the same area in their business that I am. So I'm like, oh shit, they know what they're doing. I can't bullshit them. Not that I'm bullshitting you guys, but like, they know what they're talking about. But I don't know. Does anybody have any questions?
So are we going to run it together?
Yeah, we can't, unless you want to run your own. I mean, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to run one no matter what. I think everybody should. If you want to try it out, and you can add me in your group just so I can see what you're doing and be there for support. Definitely.
I'm just worried I don't have enough people.
That's it. I would say, even if it's 1 or 2 people, it's still something. My first group had 4 people in it, and it was probably I wouldn't say my most fun group, but it was a lot easier as the coach to be.
It was your most fun. How was
it? It was fun, but I mean, I don't know.
I think you get a better connection with them. Like, my first group, even though it was like just last month, that's what I got Emerald, because I was telling them, like, if you want to do my group, because I don't push that. I don't push discount at all, unless like you're really into it. I really don't say anything about it. So after my first challenge group, like when it was time for them to order again, I was like, well, here's the deal. We can get you cheaper Shaco for next month if you just get another challenge pack,
Right.
sign up as a coach. You're continuing this because I've been talking to you about your journey and how you are, how I inspire you and stuff like that. So I know you're going to continue this. So why don't we just get you set up as a coach so then that way you get. And then I had one girl say that, I was like, you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. I said, but if you want to, like, we can get you started because you have a wedding to. So, we can do that. But other than that, it's just a discount. If you're planning on doing it, you might as well.
Right.
That's how I got my coach. Because I got 2 out of my first 2 group. My group, I had 3 people, and I got 2 coaches out of those 3 people.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't know how often I'm going to, because I was huge with the discount whenever, and there's nothing wrong with it. But as far as, because you're building rank right now, so that's how I thought to get to diamond, because every challenge group that ended, I had people signing up for the discount, and that's 100% okay. I think once I get to where I want to be, if somebody doesn't have any intentions on doing anything with the business, I can pick them a discount and they'll probably take it. But as far as income wise, you make more money off of them as a coach, as them being a customer. Because as a coach, you just get volume and then eventually you cycle. But if they're not going to do anything with the business, it's not really going to help you with your business. So, it's up to you guys. My whole team is discount coaches besides you 4, including Danielle. And I don't know how many people under me. Not that many, but everyone else is discounted. And that's okay too. Brandon's one because he drinks the shake every day. So what's the point of paying the price? But that kind of has to be their decision too. So much stuff. Any more questions? Do you want to run your own group? What do you want to do?
Tonight's not the night. I can't talk about it.
Okay.
I was very motivated earlier, and then that all just. I need to go read my book.
Yep.
Or go to bed.
Probably.
So I don't know. I could try it.
What about you, Kelly?
I'm lagging really bad, so I didn't hear anything other than my name. Everybody's frozen.
Only you're frozen in our screen. Yeah.
I don't know what is going on.
Can you hear me? I don't think she can hear me.
You can see it from
ourselves.
and it's hilarious.
What? Who's hilarious?
All right. Well, if nobody has any other questions, this is going to be over soon. I haven't seen my husband all night, so I'm going to hang out. I got to go to bed soon because I get up early. But I think, let me see.
Shannon, what book are you reading?
Oh, that sounds like a good one.
I'm trying to get Ryan to read The Compound Effect.
I have 2 others by this girl that are supposed to be really good. So when I'm finished with this, I'll mail it to someone if you want it. We can book exchange.
So
That's a
many.
good idea.
Yeah, that is a good idea. I'm like halfway through, Christy. I'm like doing 2 at once. I don't know what's wrong with me. the one you are a badass, like my travel one.
All right. Well, thank you guys all. I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to go say hi to Brandon for a little bit. But there wasn't really much else other than that February challenge group that I wanted to kind of talk about for the Team Cup call. So we can kind of, I'll talk in the group chat a little bit more about it. But I'm going to post the recording of this in the file section of the team page. So if you have anybody that wants to watch it, they can. I just have to upload it to YouTube first, which kind of takes a little while. But besides that, if you had your call with Carolyn, which I believe all 3 of you did today, my Zoom call like schedule in that drive that you can edit, I think I put it on for Thursdays and Sundays because I did have it for Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, but if I do that, then I'll never see Brandon because Wednesday's full of team calls for Carolyn and Thursday's full of our team calls. And then if I do Tuesdays too, like that's not why I'm doing this business. I'm trying to do it for more family time and not take away from it yet. So I think Thursdays, I think it was from 6:20 to like 7 or 6:20 to 8 o'clock right before our team call started. Those slots are open. And then Sundays, I don't remember what the time slot is, but you can sign up for whenever you want, and then that'll be our weekly check-in. So Carolyn did say it would be every Thursday just because that's how Beachbody's week works, but we're going to create our own week because everybody's different. So, yeah, I'm going to go. I hope you guys have a great night.
Thanks, you too.
And I don't think we have, what's this weekend? There's a Blitz this weekend at noon. If you're talking to prospective coaches, if you're talking to people who are kind of curious about what the hell we do, it's at noon. It'll be, I think there's an event page for it. And if you are even interested in talking about a topic, there are sign-up links. I think Emmy or Nicole shared it. But it's just you go live in the event for like 5 minutes and talk about whatever your topic is. And typically, like if you're inviting people to it, you should offer to help just because you're having people there too. I think I'm talking about a day in the life of the coach because my day on Saturday is insane because I'm going to my friend's house to help her finish. Oh, Penny. But I'm going to help her finish the stuff for her daughter's first birthday party, which is on Sunday, and then my niece's second birthday is actually on Saturday, so I'm going over there to have cake. I won't eat any, but I'm going to sing. And I still have to get my power hour, I have to do my workout, I have to drink my shake. Like there's all these things that I still have to do on Saturday that I'm going to fit into my day, so I figured taking that topic would be kind of good because I have such a crazy day. But there's other topics, and I can share the link for the sign up if I can find it. If you don't want to talk, that's okay, but you're welcome to invite anybody to it. It's a public event, and they would just come in and listen to everybody talking, and they get to see the faces of the team and see that we're real people. And sometimes people sign up right after that, and sometimes they don't, but it's still something nice to have people see the like what we do. But besides that, I don't think I'll. Yeah, that's it. So we'll probably have another call next week. Make sure you guys sign up for your time slots in that schedule thing. All right. I hope you guys have a good night.